Tiki-taka style coming right at you. This is the 5221 DMAM structured. There's a little bit of information on the Steam Workshop basically saying don't forget to check your set pieces and use the right players, and the basics like having a squad with good match sharpness and morale. Morale is huge when it comes to FM24. That seems to be the big kicker in this entire season. So always remember, keep your morale up as best as possible. But beyond a picture on the Steam Workshop, that is all the information you're going to get from this. You start out with a goalkeeper in defend, ball-playing defenders on the left and the right, central defender centrally, wing-backs on the left and the right in attack, Segundo Volante on the left, a Regista on the right, all in support except for the wing-backs, an attacking midfielder in attack up front next to a trequartista in attack, and then all the way up front, a target forward in support, not one we've seen all that often. Custom vertical tiki-taka, mentality is positive. Attacking with is fairly wide, approach play, pass into space, focus played through the middle, yet overlap on the left and right, play out of defense, passing directness is shorter, tempo is standard, mixed crosses, work the ball in the box, play for set pieces, and be more expressive. I've always seen play for set pieces when you're playing against stronger opponents. So counter press, counter, distribute to the fullbacks and the center backs and take short kicks. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a big old midfield, standard defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, drop off more, and trap inside. So how did it do for our three teams, starting with our Premier League teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa and heading to the Championship afterwards with Ipswitch Town? Well, as you can see, not great. Liverpool in 5th place. They still have Champions League though. 5th place, 66 points, about 20 points lower than where they're generally getting it. 26 and 12. That is a pretty low tally for them. Aston Villa in 15th with 41 points, about, again, 60 points lower than where they usually get. I will say Liverpool made it pretty far into the Cups. EFL Cup semi-final second leg, losing out 0-4 to Manchester City while winning at home 3-0. And then in the FA Cup, 1-2 in extras against Manchester City again in the FA Cup final. I mean, it has been a Manchester crushing for Liverpool this season. Manchester United just absolutely beat them up 4-6 in the Europa League round of 16 first leg, 0-1 in the second leg, and they're out of everything. Squad-wise, I am not fully expecting all that much. 19 goals for Cody Gakpo, Nunez with 18, as does McAllister. McAllister with 18. Wow, that's fantastic. It is spread around. It's just, they didn't get too far with it. Robbo with 19 assists, 15 for Trent, both the only ones in the double digits. They got some green, not too bad. Cody Gakpo with 721. Unfortunately, Aston Villa unable to do anywhere near what Liverpool were able to do, even though Liverpool didn't get too far. EFL Cup third round, immediately they're out against Manchester United. FA Cup quarters 1-2 against Leeds. And then out in the quarters of the Europa Conference League against Eintracht Frankfurt. They did beat Osasuna, unfortunately, just not able to continue against Frankfurt. So clearly the numbers are going to be a little bit dropped here from what we're usually used to seeing. 20 goals for Watkins, though, still a fantastic tally. 11 for Ramsey. Assist-wise, only 2 in the double digits. Matty Cash and Digne with 14 and 11. And assist-wise, really, 4 players. 7-11 for Alex Moreno. Well, Liverpool says they're good both in defense and attack. We are used to seeing a lot higher numbers here. And if we move over to Aston Villa, you can see they don't even get out of the Premier League averages pretty much. Maybe shots percentage, maybe passing percentage, but overall, not great. I am definitely not expecting much when it comes to the Premier League stats, but you can see Liverpool with 74 goals are in there, top 4 at least. Same few shots against are in there, most possession, of course. No dribbles made, no missed tackles. Both teams do get into the best pass completion, which is nice to see for this, the outcome that we got. No shots for, of course. And again, player-wise, I'm not expecting much here. You don't even have anyone in the goals. Player of the match awards, you got best pass completion with Martinez. However, that seems to be the only one. We don't have anyone else. So with that, we are heading straight to the Championship, get away from the Premier League. Unfortunately, Ipswich Town come in 8th, outside of playoff promotion spots, 80 points, 84 goals for, I guess not awful, but not the greatest, definitely. Even if they didn't get to the playoffs, or at least a playoff promotion win, you would hope that they'd be in 3rd, 4th, or even 6th, but unfortunately they just don't get there. Out immediately in the EFL Cup first round, 2-2 in penalties against Bristol Rovers, and then out in pretty much immediately right after a replay, the 3rd round replay in the FA Cup against Leeds United, 1-2. Yep, these are probably going to be down a bit. You got, who is it? Hurst with 24 goals, the only one in double digits, a couple close. And then 16 for Wes Burns in assist-wise. Again, the only person in double digits. You've got a couple players in the green, 727 for Burns. Not too bad, but still, you'd hope for a lot better. Definitely spotty in the championship stats. Unfortunately, they're in a couple of, but they're not all that great. You got most points per game. Most goals are all the way down with 84 in 8th place. But again, a lot of these numbers are fairly average numbers for what we've seen before. And when they're not even there. Player overview, I mean, Hurst does come in with 22 goals. Unfortunately, no one else. Assist-wise, Wes Burns with 14. Wes Burns with most player of the match awards with 7. But yeah, I mean, we're not going to see a lot. Most dribbles made, he's in there, 3rd place. Most tackles won, nobody. Most key passes, nobody. Hurst with most shots, of course. But overall, not great. So as usual, I am not going to blame the tactic. It's all that much. I mean, yes, there are going to be tactical problems, especially if you don't fit your tactic to your team. Again, I'm just doing a flat sim. I'm not taking control of anything, especially when it comes to team choices and the team players and all that. So I didn't take any of the players to put specifically in these roles. I didn't take the tactic itself and fit it to our players in any of our teams. So easily that could destroy a team and keep them down in 5th or even 15th place. So definitely take control of it yourself. See what you think of it. See how you can build it around your team. And yeah, things can definitely happen when you take control of it yourself. But that is it for me, Stefan FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.